Kelly, and today my topic is air traffic controller. And why I choose this topic is because we visited control tower on December 13th, and I saw a lot of professional people working very hard there, and I learned a lot from this through this experience. And this is my content. I divided into 4 parts. First, I want to introduce what is air traffic controller. And second, I will introduce a regulated zone of controller. And then also show you the controller's duty. And the last one is I will introduce the ability of air traffic controllers must have. And people might have lots of myths and questions about air traffic controller. Most of them might ask, can they get free air tickets? The answer is no, they can't get free air tickets because they are not airline employees. They are public servants. And the second question is, are they working under grace rates? To be honest, they are actually working under grace rate. And if you are interested in this job, you might have the mental preparations. And the last question is, are they the people who guide the aircraft on the tarmac? No, their job is not to guide the aircraft on the tarmac. Later, I will introduce more detail for you. And what is air traffic controller? Let me ask you some questions. First question is, have you ever seen anyone who run the red light? Can you raise your hand? Have you ever seen someone run the red light? Yes.
Personal experience count?
And second question is, have you ever run the red light before when you drove a car or rode a motorcycle? Yes. Oh, don't worry, I won't call the police. And you can see the air traffic controller like air traffic police, and their job is to guide airplane to their correct positions. And their duty is to provide safety, orderly, and fast service. Take safety for example. Every airplane has their own 3D protecting airspace. So controller's duty is to prevent things to enter their own 3D protecting space, such as mountain, other flights. This is to protect the flight's safety and the passenger safety. And next, I will introduce a regulated zone for you. First, tower controller. They start protecting airplane safety before the plane take off, and the captain need to get the permits to pushing back the airplane and take off. And after takeoff, they will hand the power to approach radar controller. And this controller will use radar to monitor the plane, and after the plane climb to the cruising level. They will hand over the power again to area controller, and the area controller drops it to protect the safety of in-road safety. And when they approach the destination, the flight approach the destination, they will hand over power again to approach data controller, and this controller will guide plane to their correct runway to wait for landing. And then when tower controller permits flight can landing, then the plane's landing. And after the plane landing, tower controller their job is not finished. They need to guide them to the tarmac. And sometimes controller may face some emergency, like bird invasion, planes broken, and some passenger physical condition, or some rescue operation, military drill, or drone invasion. And controllers' jobs need to immediately to deal with this kind of emergency, and they need to make the correct answer and correct decision. And the last, I want to share the ability of air traffic controller might have, if you are interested in this job. And first is English ability. Of course, you need to have English ability because you need to contact with pilots. And second is highly stress resistant. And then it's emotion stability, and teamwork skill, multitasking. Let me explain the multitasking. Because controllers are monitor and control the planes, a lot of planes at the same time. So they need to deal with a lot of things in the same time. So this ability is very important for air traffic controller. And the last one is excellent memory. And this is my reference.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess, okay, my opinion so far it's a slider. It's a slider. It's good. It's excellent. Okay. Step by step, very clear. And you see, his language, he speaking English. It's very easy to understand. It's a daily life language. Maybe expression is not so smoothly, but he tried to speak very well. Okay, and you can. You try to speak just speak it. Okay, just conversation. Not remember. Keep it in mind. Some draft. Okay. That's a good job. Okay, you do a good job about it. Especially your presentation, your slide. Okay, and then you make some animation. Introduce what you think and okay, get out. Okay, out to someone, and then that's step by step. That's a good. You do a good job. But your expression, okay, that's not need long time practice. Okay. Not just take this class that can reach your purpose. You want to speak, but I guess you have the idea. Make a good speech. Okay, in a short time, so you would make a good structure. Your speaking structure is very well. Okay, but all I needed to. Okay, I have a question about professional. You just say it's 3 controllers, right? Yeah, 3 controllers in different airports, right? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the tower, is right. This tower is You said this this airport when he take off and then on another airport is right. There are 3 controllers, is right?
Yes.
But the controller, the right side,
This controller is the
destination's controller between the right side control towers, right?
Yes.
And this one is the right side. How about the area controller? Which time?
Area controller and yes.
Both sides,
Also divide into 2 parts.
2 parts, both sides
Yes.
have this. Oh, okay. So that's I mean, I have power. Okay. I mean, okay. I'm a controller. Now it's your job. Okay, you control it, right? That's it. I mean, the other one is just beside him, is right? It's
Yes.
seated beside him. That's
They
always.
have some.
I mean, I just
Limit line.
limited line, but
Yeah.
in the same chamber, in the same room, is right? Same office. No? Different office. Okay. But it's I guess the area control. This kind of air control, they are both sides, is right? This control tower, this airport have the air control. The other airport have the air
Take,
control.
for example, when you take a flight to in Taiwan
Yes.
and you take off
Oh,
to
yes.
America
Okay.
and between America and Taiwan there have a line.
Yes.
And when
Okay,
you
okay.
cross the line, you will change
Okay.
to
Okay.
another.
Okay. That's the line. Is the line is the airspace, is right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What if I have to travel through, like in Asia, I have to travel through Vietnam, India, Malaysia,
So-
what will happen?
So they will hand over and over again.
Okay,
They
okay.
can hand a lot to the foreign country.
What is this difference from what they call the airplane recognition zone?
Recognition zone.
Recognitions, such as when you flew, like about a year ago, they says the flight from mainland China fly through Taiwan's airplane recognition zone. That says that they consider as an invasion.
You know that recognition， 那个 air recognition 航空北区啊。
So they need to find some assignment.
Contract,
Yeah,
agreement.
contract. And
Agreement. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Try